Hello, hello!
Oh, there we go.
It's time for a midday fix of facts and spicy sides.
From breaking headlines to backroom whisper.
Also in hot and fresh, happy Thursday. I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi.
Energy, I'm Ferdi Salvador. Glad to have you with us.
Glad to have you back, Monique. And I'm Mai Rodriguez. This is the Daily Dish.
And I am Chal Lontoc. Join us in the next hour and a half for the news, heats, and stories that matter to you this Thursday.
Yes, we're so happy Monique is back.
Yeah, so I'm still
Super.
recovering. I had food poisoning, so that's why I'm still... My stomach's still not the best right now, but I could not miss the show.
Just sit there. Hang on.
We're like,
Well, yes, diet tabs and banana. I hope you feel better. Thank you. I couldn't miss the show. I was like so FOMO yesterday. But there's something cute that we want to talk about today, Mo. Yeah, I saw we have lots of dog
Ferdi
news.
shared
yes,
something extra
all right.
funny.
Actually, this is for Monique because I know she's coming back today. Dogs in a bag in New York subways.
You
okay?
have got to see this.
So funny.
So, the government of New York, or the LG of New York, has declared that dogs must be in bags to ride the subway system. And they have...
People are getting creative
So
with
actually,
their bags. This has been a thing for like, I think the past year already. I think it's resurfacing because people are getting more and more creative with like the IKEA bags, the big dogs in their backpacks.
Oh, look at
it's
the big
just so cute. I'm glad you brought that up,
I
Ferdi.
just find it very Filipino as well. You know how creative we also are when rules are given to us and we find ways to circumnavigate it. And I think that, you know, it's brilliant.
they're
It's
learning
brilliant.
from the Pinoys.
They're so
Exactly.
There's one picture there. There's this huge dog that's like a snow bear. It's like a polar bear. Did you see? It's so cute in the IKEA bag. That's adorable. Look at them. Look, all the like medium and big dogs are in the IKEA bag.
But I hope they're not choking in the bags.
I know,
and I hope
right?
it's not warm, okay? Guys, please make
Wait,
sure.
I wonder if it works with a stroller. Because like, you know, here in the Philippines, I always think it's a baby stroller.
Yeah.
But they have dogs in there. I wonder if it's in a stroller
You know
too.
what? I don't see why not, because they're not walking in the subway system. But then you have to bring it down the steps.
Yeah.
And, you know, it might be a little
Or
bit.
dress the stroller in an IKEA bag as well.
Yes,
I'm just
yes.
looking at these videos. It's just so, cute.
Well, all right. There's another news going on as well online. I'm sure by now a lot of people have already seen Timothée Chalamet's comments when it comes to the arts, opera, and ballet. And I just found it extra nice that Lisa Makua came out with her own version.
Okay.
And it's quite positive because she actually thanks Timothée Chalamet, or first calls him Chalamet, and then Chalamet. It's quite positive because she says that, thank you, Timothy, because you've actually brought a lot of attention to the arts, to
Yes.
ballet, and to opera. So there's a flip side to it, and it's quite positive.
And there's
So
a-
yay to our prima ballerina.
A lot of people are speaking up. Diba?
Yes.
And then Timothée Chalamet is getting a lot of flack. He also apologized already, but okay, some of his bashers are not accepting the apology. Well, but you know what they say, bad news or good news, it's still news. So that's why
Exactly.
I'm glad that
But-
they're getting the good end of it.
Yes, but there's also an article that came out in Vanity Fair regarding his statements, and they said that Timothée Chalamet's statements have actually been the best thing for ballet and for the opera. So guys, you know what? Just don't read into it too much. This is a personal comment of somebody, and we all make mistakes. So live and let live. There's other important things around the world, such as peace.
Also, here's hoping we get more people to the ballet and to the opera, to the theater, right? Anyway, we have a packed show today. We have the founders of Nice Print Photo,
Yes.
Jibby and Charisse Tinio.
Yes, and of course we've got actor Carlo Aquino on his film A Special Memory, and it's going to be a cool little interview between him and myself.
Stay tuned for those conversations, and we have a lot of news to cover. Let's get to the headlines. In today's top stories, the 18 so-called former Marines joined their lawyer as they face the NBI. They claim to have delivered billions in cash from Zaldico. A lawmaker seeks the transfer of custody of Vice President Sara Duterte's alleged bagman Raul Madriaga. In the U.S., President Donald Trump authorizes the Department of Energy to release 172 million barrels of petroleum reserves to lower energy prices beginning next week. And later in the show, we'll speak with the founders of Nice Print Photo, Jibby and Charisse Tinio. And also, actor Carlo Aquino will talk to us about his latest film. Stay tuned for that. 18 former Marines and their lawyer face the National Bureau of Investigation as it digs deeper into allegations of a cash delivery scheme involving flood control kickbacks. Andrea Salve is on the phone for us from the NBI. Hi, Andrea, what can you tell us?
Mai, they are ready to cooperate and provide whatever information the NBI needs. This was the assurance of Attorney Levy Baligo to reporters as he arrived at the National Bureau of Investigation headquarters to comply with a subpoena issued in connection with a probe into the alleged 805 billion peso cash delivery scheme. Baligo arrived with 16 of the 18 so-called ex-Marines who were also summoned by the Bureau. The group earlier claimed they delivered suitcases containing alleged flood control kickbacks to several government officials. The lawyer also fired back at allegations that the affiants were paid to make their claims. According to Baligo, the 18 ex-Marines have nothing to gain from coming forward with their accusations. Meanwhile, Attorney Ferdinand Topacio, legal counsel for former Congressman Mike Defensor, questioned the direction of the NBI investigation. Topacio said authorities should focus on the allegations themselves rather than the background of the affiants. Defensor, for his part, admitted that he has been extending assistance to the group of ex-Marines. Also appearing before the NBI were Defensor's wife, Julie Defensor, and the legal counsel of Club Filipino, Attorney Argel Cabatbat, where the press conference of the group was previously held. Mai.
Thank you, Andrea Salve, reporting to us from the NBI. A lawmaker is seeking the transfer of custody of Ramil Madriaga, the self-confessed bagman of VP Sara Duterte. Madriaga is considered a material witness in the Vice President's impeachment case. Joan Manalo is on the phone from the Batasang Pambansa for the details. Hi, Joan. Go ahead.
Mai Akbayan Party List Representative Chal Chang has asked the House Committee on Justice to assume custody of detained witness Ramil Madriaga in order to ensure his safety and availability to testify in the impeachment proceedings against Vice President Sara Duterte. Chang, who is also a member of the Justice Committee, made the request in a March 5 letter addressed to Committee Chairperson Jervy Luistro. This came family impeachment complaints, namely the Father Sabalia et al. Complaint and the Attorney Cabrera complaints, sufficient in form and substance. In his letter, Jokno asked the committee to take custody of Madriaga, the alleged former aide and bagman of the vice president, who has been identified as a material witness in the impeachment case. Madriaga is currently detained at Camp Bagong Diwa in Bicutan, Taguig City. In the same letter, Diokno also urged the committee to immediately compel the production of key records he said are necessary for the panel to properly evaluate the evidence and determine whether sufficient grounds for impeachment exist. Among the documents sought are certified true copies of VP Sara's Statement of Assets, Liabilities, and Net Worth, or SALN, and Diokno likewise asked the Office of the Ombudsman to provide her SALNs for the years 2022 to 2025, 2007 to 2013, and 2016 to 2022. This is so the committee can review the assets, liabilities, and net worth she declared from the time she first entered public service up to the present. Diokno also asked the Anti-Money Laundering Council, or AMLAC, to submit a certification under oath on whether it has any records involving covered and or suspicious transactions linked to Duterte. He also requested records from the National Bureau of Investigation regarding its probe into the alleged threats attributed to Duterte against President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and former House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez. The request includes certified copies of documents and photographs gathered during the course of the investigation. Diokno's motions were seconded by MO Party List Representative Laila de Lima, Akbayan Party List Representative Percy Sandanya, and Dinagat Islands Representative Kaka Bagao. Mai.
Joan, when do we expect the House Justice Committee to tackle Jokno's request to place Madriaga under its custody?
The committee is expected to take up the request next week as it continues its preparations for the evidentiary phase of the impeachment proceedings. This includes the possible issuance of compulsory processes to secure official records and ensure the presence of material witnesses in the hearings. Mai.
Thank you, Joan Manalo, reporting to us from the Batasang Pambansa. Former One Rider Party List Representative Bonifacio Bosita denies speculation that he's being eyed as a running mate of Vice President Sara Duterte for the 2028 elections. Speaking to BNC's at the forefront, he clarified that his recent meeting with VP Sara only tackled road safety programs. Colonel Bosita adds he reached out to the Vice President because she is also a motorcycle rider.
Bilang advocate, ako talaga kapos sa lahat. Kaya I'm trying my best na lahat ng alam ko makakatulong, kinakausap ko. Bakit ko po kinausap si VP Sara? Rider siya. Alam niya yung problema.
Meantime, Colonel Bosita says he supports the granting of emergency powers to President Marcos to suspend the excise tax on fuel.
Tingin ko po makakatulong ito. At yung emergency power talaga namang hindi natin pwedeng questionin at hindi natin pwedeng kwentrahin sa ganitong kalagayan ng ating bansa. Naniniwala po ako.
Muntinlupa City is now implementing measures to help ease the impact of the Middle East crisis. Speaking to Politico Nightly, Mayor Rufy Biazon said these include a 4-day workweek scheme. This is seen to reduce energy consumption by 10 to 20%. They're also activating a task force to monitor fuel hoarding and price manipulation. He adds they're coordinating with the Social Welfare Department and other agencies in providing transport subsidies.
Buti na lang at nagkaroon din ho ng pagkilos at pagpag-utos ang Pangulo no, na maghanda na magbigay ng subsidy para sa transport sector. So kanina nga pong umaga nagkaroon kami ng meeting ng NCR Mayor sa office ni Executive Secretary Ralph Recto at binigyan kami ng pangunang advisory doon sa ibibigay na tulong sa transport sector. So yan po i-implement through the LGUs. So kami po we will be working in tandem with the Department of Social Welfare and Development para dyan sa subsidy na yan. Sa amin naman po, locally, kaya rin po kami nagpautos ng pagbabawas ng mga gastusin. Gusto lang ho namin tiyakin na kung sakali na dumating sa punto na kailangan mag-intervene ang local government through assistance din, meron kaming pondong magagamit. So we're lessening our expenses in preparation po sa possibility no, na kami ay kakailanganin na magbigay ng assistance sa ating mga kababayan.
There's a renewed buzz around electric vehicles as big-time oil price hikes are implemented. But is this really the solution? Our mobility correspondent, G. Baroga, has the story.
As oil prices climb amid tensions in the Middle East, more people are starting to look anew at electric vehicles as an alternative. But some auto industry experts say the sudden interest in EVs may simply be a knee-jerk reaction to rising pump prices. Speaking on Bilyonaryo News Channel's Shift Happens, GT Capital Auto and Mobility Holdings Chairman Vince Socco says people should not bet everything on a single answer.
Everybody's just clamoring for electric vehicles. But there has to be a transition. And that transition really has to move from ICE to maybe a hybrid, to maybe a plug-in hybrid, and then to a full battery electric. So it's a journey.
For CarGuide.ph Editor-in-Chief Ulysses Ang, EVs are not for everyone.
We have to look at EVs as a possible solution, and most of us look at it purely in the economical sense. Because we're seeing gas prices going up, I think I'll have to reiterate, it's a solution not for everyone. It fits certain lifestyles.
Socco says one of the biggest hurdles is still range, often called the Achilles heel of EVs. That's one reason why adoption, even in countries like the United States, hasn't exactly skyrocketed. There's also the classic chicken and egg dilemma. What comes first, the EV owners or the charging stations?
Everything is just starting to begin. So I think it might be asking too much from the government to roll everything out. These charging stations cost a lot, and if I don't have anybody using it or paying for the use of it, then it doesn't make any business sense.
Soko also raises a bigger question. Why are we pushing EVs in the first place? Is it the transformative force to change the landscape when it comes to climate change? If yes, then he says that should be the focus.
Norway is subsidizing EVs to the I think 10,000 euros or something to get the old vehicles off the road and buy a new one, which is an EV. Why? Because 99% of Norway's energy is renewable. So in the totality, they are making a difference in terms of the fight for carbon neutrality.
The shift to EVs is a journey, Soko says, but it doesn't mean leaving others behind. The key is reducing greenhouse gases through hybrids, plug-in hybrids, battery electrics, hydrogen cars, even more fuel-efficient ICEs. Every step toward cleaner driving counts. For BNC Mobility, G. Baroga.
Tensions in the Middle East are sending shockwaves through global markets. Israeli Ambassador Dana Kirsch says removing the current Iranian regime could restore stability to the region. Joash Malimban has this report.
Iran had been a destabilizer of the region for the past almost 5 decades, 47 years.
This is not the first time that Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz, according to Israeli Ambassador to the Philippines, Dana Kirsch. The ambassador said the opening and closing of the Strait of Hormuz has been a recurring issue, despite the waterway being a critical route that accounts for about 20% of the world's oil flow. The closure of the strait, amid nearly 2 weeks of war in the Middle East, has been cited as one of the major factors behind the recent increase in petroleum product prices. For Israel, replacing the current Iranian regime would bring stability to the region.
And once they are out of the picture, we will be able to, in the long term, to have much more stable prices. So yes, you are right. It can reach now, God forbid, $200 per barrel. But it will be once the Iranian regime is out of the picture, it will bring stability.
Ambassador Kirsch also said Russia and China appear to be providing aid to Iran. He said most of the world no longer buys oil from Iran, especially after sanctions were imposed on the country in 2015.
They had looked at China as a last resort, and unfortunately China was able to control the prices and get a competitive edge when it comes to the global market. We had trying to unite the entire world to stop this Iranian regime from basically causing us to be at their hand when it comes to the prices of oil.
For now, Israel cannot yet provide a definite timeline on when the conflict in the Middle East will end. But Ambassador Kirsch maintains that Israel has successfully intercepted missiles and cluster bombs launched by Iran toward its territory. Israel also continues to coordinate with the United States in carrying out Operation Roaring Lion against Iran. Joash Malimban, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The Philippine peso closed Wednesday at 59.17 to the dollar, following a surge in global crude prices amid the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. On BNC's Business Brief, Lito Villanueva, founding chair of FinTech Alliance PH, said the peso's movement remains uncertain.
So with the Middle East crisis, we don't know when the war will end. Everything is based on speculation. And we hope that this will end the soonest possible time, because it will not really be beneficial to
our wallets.
To our wallets, not to anyone in the world, especially for the Philippines, because we have so much, so much problems to first consider. So I think that's why we are. It only goes to show how interconnected we are amongst. Whatever happens in any part of the world,
it affects us.
It impacts us all. Yeah.
An official of the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources earned the ire of a senator for not attending a hearing of the Senate Committee on Agriculture. Nasa Senado ngayon si Dexter Ganibe ng Abante para sa detalye. Hi Dexter, ano nangyari?
Ay may nasabon ni Senator Erwin Tulfo itong si Eliezer Salilig, Director ng Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources sa pagdinig ng Committee on Agriculture. Ngayon lang kasi sumipot si Salilig sa Senate hearing matapos niyang hindi siputin noong February 18 ang pagdinig kaugnay ng issue sa ruling ng Korte Suprema na nagpapahintulot ng commercial fishing sa mga municipal waters. Hindi matanggap ni Senator Tulfo ang dahilan ni Salilig na inuna niyang dinaluhan ang kasabay na event kasama ang Estados Unidos at nagpadala na lang siya ng kinatawan sa Senado. Sabi ni Agriculture Committee Chair Kiko Pangilinan na na-late pa noong February 18 yung pinadala niyang kinatawan. Nangako naman itong si Salilig na ipaprioridad niya ang mga pagdinig ng Kongreso lalo't isinusulong din ang paglikha ng Department of Fisheries. Nagpasalamat naman siya sa pagsuporta ng Senado sa pagsusulong ng Department of Fisheries. May tinalakay din ng Agri-Committee yung mga hakbang na ginagawa ng BFAR para mapangalagaan ang kapakanan ng mga maliliit na mangingisda sa mga municipal waters habang nakabinbin pa yung apela ng gobyerno sa desisyon ng SC na mapayagan nga itong commercial fishing sa loob ng municipal waters. Tiwala naman ng BFAR na malakas yung kanilang argumento ngayon sa Korte Suprema para mabaliktad yung naunang desisyon. Pinagsusumiti naman ni Senator Kiko Pangilinan ng BFAR ng kanilang komputasyon at detalye kung sino-sino ang mga dapat tumanggap ng ayuda ng gobyerno para sa krudo ng mga mangingisda ngayong mataas ang presyo ng petrolyo sa bansa. Mai?
Maraming salamat, Dexter Ganibe ng Abante. Nag-uulat mula sa Senado. Former Antique Governor Rodora Cadiao and several provincial officials are facing graft complaints before the Office of the Ombudsman over the alleged irregular disbursement of 531 million pesos for the construction of the province's government center. In a complaint affidavit released to the media, complainants John Sherwin Pasete and Wilson Geronimo claimed that the project had already reached 55% completion by mid-2025 despite regulatory issues. The complaint says Cadiao requested in 2022 that the property be reclassified from agricultural to institutional use, which the Sangguniang Bayan of San Jose de Buenavista denied in 2023. The complaint adds that notices of violation and a work stoppage order were also issued for alleged violations of the building code. It further alleges that despite such issues, the respondents certified, approved, and released mobilization and partial progress payments to the contractor identified as F. Guerra Construction. In other news, PhilHealth is expanding its case rate coverage under the new leadership of Dr. Edwin Mercado. Speaking to BNC's The Spokes, Mercado said the state insurer is currently reviewing and improving thousands of case rates to strengthen benefit packages for members.
So we are working on what we call the case rates.
Right,
so there are
yeah,
about
case rates.
9,000 case rates.
You increased the case rates already.
Yes, in fairness to the former President Mandy Ledesma, there was an across-the-board 30%, then another 50%. So basically, we doubled the case rate coverage in the last 2 years. But doing an across-the-board, in my opinion, is inflationary unless you really do some negotiations with the hospitals themselves on what really is feasible for them.
The PhilHealth president also said they have over 400 billion pesos in reserve funds as of 2026, with around 85 to 90% targeted for benefit payments to members. Bilyonaryo News Channel marks another achievement as veteran anchor and our very own Pinky Webb is honored for her outstanding work in research communication. Hannah T joins us live from Pasay City for the details. Hannah, go ahead.
Mai, another win for Bilyonaryo News Channel. Miss Pinky Webb of BNC, a multi-awarded broadcast journalist, was named recipient of the Stardom Outstanding News Anchor in Research Communication Award, recognized by the St. Dominic College of Asia. The college said the award recognizes work in media that advances research communication, public education, and social development. The recognition reflects BNC's exceptional contributions and enduring commitment to purposeful journalism and media service. Webb says in her almost 3 decades in service, she still really loves her job. She lightheartedly accepted the award and shared it with the entire Bilyonaryo News Channel family.
Pag sinabi ko kasing verified facts and hard work, hindi lang naman po galing sa anchor yon. Galing po yon mula sa aming mga boss, sa aming mga executive producer, lahat ng writer, hanggang sa cameraman, coordinator, at syempre, yung magigiting namin ng mga reporter. Para sa akin, sila po talaga yung hardworking, nasa labas, tuloy-tuloy po ang kanilang pag-iimbestiga sa mga news reports namin.
Webb's on-point focuses and tackles key issues, asks the hard questions, and clears the facts by doing an in-depth one-on-one interviews with different figures in politics, government, and most top personalities on social media. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Hannah T, reporting to us live from Pasay City. And congratulations to Pinky. Very well deserved. Coming up next, for 20 years, they've been capturing life's biggest moments. But behind every perfect photo, there's always a story. We go behind the lens with the founders of Nice Print Photography, couple Jibby and Charisse Tinio. Stay tuned, The Daily Dish. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. For 2 decades, Nice Print Photography has become one of the most trusted photography and videography teams in the Philippines and, of course, around the world, capturing everything from milestone celebrations to high-profile celebrity events.
And as they celebrate their 20th anniversary in the industry, we are joined by the couple leading the company to talk about the secrets behind their success and the realities of working with some of the biggest names in show business. Please welcome to the show Nice Print Photography President and CEO, couple Jibby and Charisse Tinio.
I said celebrity.
Celebrity,
because they are in that, you know what, Chal, Jibby and Charisse are celebrities on their own.
Yes, it is true.
Because, you know, you guys go to the best events around the Philippines, whether you're working or as socials.
Right.
And I love this fact because from weddings, you guys have become ninongs and ninangs in a lot of weddings too.
I actually have a new, we have a new title,
What?
Ninong at Ninang ng Bayan.
Well, I love it.
Hiya naman
But
ako.
but let's step back for a little bit. It's 2 decades, exactly 20 years.
Exactly 20 years. That was 2006.
Okay, 2006. And what were you both doing before Nice Print became Nice Print?
We have several business.
Okay.
Connected din siya with the photography, which is the Konica Photo Express. So,
Okay.
After that, di ba, nag-digital.
Yes.
So we had to
Shift.
to
Okay.
service.
I think the millennials and the Gen Zs out there won't even understand what Konica or Kodak is, right? But
What's
that's the
that,
film.
Konica?
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, it's the film that you have to develop before you can actually
Yes.
get your photos. And so there was a shift 20 years ago. And you know what's funny and what's so great, guys, is that we see the shift now again from digital
To back to film.
back to analog.
Analog, correct.
Exactly on our 20th year, we see that shift again. And how amazing is that? Na parang how ironic na after 20 years, talagang umiikot ang mundo, no?
Yes.
Ngayon, yung mga millennials, yun naman ang gusto nila ulit.
Yes.
So you guys did a pivot, and then now there's a lot of nostalgia happening, and
Correct.
they
In
want
fact,
to go
di ba,
back.
there's a lot of people calling us kung nandun pa ba yung mga machines namin from way past
From 20 years ago, oo.
Eh wala na, we sold it already. So sayang. Now kasi it's very expensive.
It's making a very good comeback.
Really? And how do you guys, of course, I won't say pivot naman, Cha, because they're already established,
Yes.
right, as nice print. But how will you, do you think this is just a trend na analog is back, or are you guys going to champion that? What's the plan, Charisse?
We have already started
Okay.
doing so many things that goes back to analog. In fact, in our weddings now, more and more couples actually want the handycam touch, the video 8, film 8 touch. So we actually started offering that. Yung very Gen Z ang tawag nila, no? Like medyo blurred, medyo home video ang dating. And I think because this generation, the millennials and the Gen Zs who are now our brides and grooms, they want authenticity. They want very organic, you know, nothing too polished. That's why gustong-gusto nila yung feel ng mga film, non-filtered, at yung mga old school.
Well,
retro.
speaking about old school and non-filtered, let's go to your story because I'm quite aware that you guys, when you started, you were not even photographers. So a lot of people right there hearing that, di ba, when you do business, parang, ha? Nasa business ng nice print tapos hindi sila photographers? Tell us about that para ma-inspire naman everyone watching today.
GB.
Well, kasi kami, no, as business owners kami now, so mas nakakoncentrate kami with the operations, di ba? So better for us, syempre we do the quality and everything. Mas na-enhance namin yung quality ng nice print because andun kami nakatutok.
Yeah, but so sorry, stemming from what GB said, when people ask you, hindi kayo photographers, what do you say, Charisse?
Yun na nga, we never advertise ourselves as one. My forte, for example, is really marketing and it's really building the brand.
True.
Successfully too.
Yeah, but the good thing about it, Ferdi and Charles, is that we were able to help people who don't have the capacity to, you know, to start their own business, to have a capital for malaki, mahal ng mga cameras and all that. So we saw talents, and we saw these people, and we made them fly. And till this day, from 20 years ago, these people are still with us. And, you know, these are the photographers that are just really, really talented. And we are just an instrument for them to be able to, you know, hone their talent and capture these celebrations upon celebrations.
And you know, Cha, I heard they never say no to a client because they have several teams. Is that
Correct.
true?
That's true. That's true.
That's right.
Yeah.
So how many team members do you guys have, or team or cell groups?
We have 10 strong teams of photo and video companies. That's why, di ba, Ferdi, like sa mga gala, more usual than not, it's Nice Print who's doing that because we have the, sabi nga nila, parang makinarya to be able to do it. We
Kahit
can
na
deploy,
sabay-sabay yun.
sabay-sabay sila.
Oo.
We can deploy about 100 people, 80 people all at the same time for a gala, for example.
And it's true, Cha, because you know what? Like, I know their people already because I see them all the time.
In
like,
all the events that you go to.
Yeah, in a week, I'll probably see 2 teams from them. It's funny because, you guys know na my angle.
Send the picture, ha?
Yeah.
Well, that goes to show why you've been here for 20 years. So let's talk about that. Since 20 years naman din, magyabang na rin tayo. What makes Nice Print different from all the other ones out there in the market?
Sige, GB muna.
Siguro number 1 is the back office, no? We really make it talagang very strong para foolproof siya.
Sistema.
So, system kasi is one of the most important thing, you know? So pag maayos ang system mo, when you deploy people or you bring in clients, so everything will be
I heard the government is hiring. Would you guys want to take organization? Okay, go.
For me, I think, you know, I always say there's so many great photographers, videographers out there. Talagang napakadami. Napakadaming talented. So what really sets you apart, right? And I feel like it's the heart that we put into the business, the relationships that we've built. And you know what? After 20 years, nakakatuwa talaga. Like, for example, we did the first celebrity wedding of Ogie and Regine Velasquez. And 20 years down the road, 15 years from their wedding, we did the daughter, Lila's wedding. So it's about relationship. It's about building those great friendships with these people. And they know that we're there, we care for them, and they always welcome us to their lives, to their homes. And I guess that's what's really setting us apart.
Yes.
Parang naging ano talaga, lifetime partner.
Yes, but of course, with all the weddings, events that are high-profile, celebrity-laden, what's the most meaningful events for the two of you that you cover? Like, is it the more intimate ones, the ones that the ones that they don't want to show the public, but it's just for them, and that your images and your videos are so precious to them they don't want to share it?
Siguro yung mga couples natin na sobrang in love sa isa't isa. So when you see their mga vows,
Up to now, naiiyak kami.
Talaga?
Yes.
Umiiyak pa rin kayo. Umiiyak pa rin kami.
You watch all of them?
We watch all of them
And then we attend.
we attend most of them. I mean, you know that we're ever present.
Talaga?
We're always ninang-ninang. So, yeah.
You attend all?
Not
or
all.
most?
Not all. But
yung
a
kaya
lot.
lang.
Yes,
Yung kaya lang.
because I thought that's why. Yeah, but I also I just thought of something. May discount ba pag they get you ninong and ninang?
Is that the strategy?
Kaya pala
Is
naging
that pala yung
ninong-ninang ng bayan.
Pwede, bibigyan.
Do you know how many inaanak you guys have in the kasal?
Eto, mas marami. But ako, I have also. Pero usually sabay kami.
It's in an Excel file.
Me too. Mine's on Excel.
With the year and date that they got married or bininyagan. Para every year when I go to Rustans or whatever, I know their exact age every Christmas.
Yes.
Wow.
So very
Ako may
organized.
status pa eh.
So does
Still
that,
married or
Still
no?
married, not married.
so does that mean that you never say no to clients? It also means you never say no to mga inaanaks.
Yes. Kasi parang pinalaki kami na they say that it's malas to say
Yes.
no. It's always a blessing.
But what I love about this is that you hone that relationship with
Yes.
them. They're that important to you to say yes.
Yes. And like what I always say, this business is never transactional. We always want to be part of their lives, and how beautiful that they want us to be there as their ninang-ninang. So the wedding is not the end of that relationship. It's actually just the beginning.
So that being said, Charisse, because I know your eldest son is helping you out now in the business. Just like what's happening in your business, it's becoming generational na.
Yeah.
So how are you preparing your son to take care of the relationships you guys have established all these years?
Yeah. Jib, do you have points about that, about Sancho?
Well, first of all, kailangan sumasama siya palagi sa mga events.
Yeah.
He's always in the events.
Yes.
So he also shoots. Ang maganda with Sancho is he can do photo and video. Both.
Yes.
Drone, etc.
Lahat.
But you know, like what they always say, ang charisma at PR, hindi mo yan basta-basta na ipapasa or something like hindi minamana ng anak, right? So the only way that he would be able to know all these is for him to be immersed into the business, to love it in the same way that we love it. I can't just put him out there and then, sige, simulan mo na. You know, starting at 12 years old, he was already immersed in the business. He knows all the coordinators, he knows all the suppliers, everybody looks for him. So, and at this point, since he's very much into it, there are days that he would be the one reminding me, Mama, you know, I saw on Facebook, see like this is in the hospital. Di ba you send flowers? Oh,
Wow, so
let's
he's
send.
learning that kind of relationship
Exactly.
building and fortification.
He's not just
Exactly.
shadowing. He's really immersed in it already.
He knows it, he loves it, he breathes it, and I think that's the best training, no, for our kids.
Okay, wow. Well, before we get back into more in-depth tidbits from Nice Print, we're going to take a quick break, more conversations with our guests. The Daily Dish will be right back. Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Still with us, Nice Print Photography President and CEO, Jibby and Charisse Tinio.
We had the little family talk earlier on, talking about your kid being immersed in the business. Now I want to talk about you being a couple because mahirap. Yes, I have to say it and I have to stress it. Not everyone can work together when
That's
you're
true.
married. And it takes a type of system, I guess, or understanding and
Or
love
dynamics.
and dynamics. Share to us the success of your dynamics to be able to do this for 20 years without separating.
Well, agree naman ako dyan. No? It's very, very hard to have a partner na wife mo, no? But meron kaming na-set na boundaries, no? Yung ayaw niyang gawin, gusto kong gawin. Yung gusto niyang gawin, yun ang nangyayari. So what we do, kung ayaw niyang gawin, I'll do it. Kasi no one's gonna do it kung the business will go down. Diba?
Wait, Jibby, does it mean, I think what you mean is, yung ayaw niyang gawin, kailangan kong gustuhin gawin.
Kailangan kong gustong gawin.
Or nagkakataon gusto niyang gawin.
Or nagkataon.
Or nagkataon gusto niyang gawin.
Which is good.
Like, siya kasi sa finance din at saka sa marketing. No?
Okay.
I don't like numbers.
Okay.
Tapos she likes sa marketing. Ako, I do all the operations. So
And you're on the quiet side, just like your son.
From the logistics
And
and
the dirty job. I don't like the dirty job.
You like the glamorous side of it.
Works well then.
But do you talk about work at home?
Yes, of course.
So
Sometimes over dinner.
Walang, okay, Charisse, 8 o'clock na, GB,
There's no such thing eh.
Wala,
As much, in an ideal world, it's possible. But realistically, business is like 24/7. Walang day off, walang stop time. So it really comes and goes, and it's part of it. It's
But
part
that's
of life.
literal for them. It's 24/7 because you have different teams abroad.
Around the world.
Yes.
That have to report to you at certain times, di ba?
Correct. Yeah.
But talking about your teams, what's the pinaka-nakakagulat request you've ever received during an event? Or pre-event?
I think one of them, top of mind, is a wedding on board a commercial flight
Okay.
of Air Asia.
Oh, wow.
That was amazing.
Are you allowed to say who it is?
It's a non-celebrity,
Okay.
but they were getting married inside the cabin while it's on air. And upon arrival in Katiklan, they were married. And they had the reception at the Lind. That was something
Wait
else.
a minute, they chartered the plane.
It was a commercial flight.
As in, other passengers were there.
Yes. Pero most of them were the entourage.
guests, oo.
Most of them were the
That's
entourage.
actually so smart,
This is fun.
It's so fun. Ang galing. Right? Remember that? The Air Asia
How did
flight.
you manage that?
Yeah, it took a lot of days of planning, of course, diba?
Days lang?
Days lang. Kasi, alam mo naman, kasi it wasn't a very, very long planning. The aisle of the plane, where the actual aisle, there was a priest or a pastor. And most of the entourage were the passengers. And kakatuwa, when they landed in Katiklan,
Kasal na.
newly married
Mr. and
na.
Mrs. na sila.
Galing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
From that happy story, I want to talk about challenging ones naman. What are certain red flags that you see when people give you requests as well? Like you
wow.
kind of have, I know you don't say no, but you kind of have to trim it down and bring it back down to earth. May
Right.
mga ganun ba?
O hindi ethical, di ba?
Oo. I guess yung mga red flag is like, siguro, i-micromanage ka, like, the details that they want, like the shot lists that they want, or this angle, this color, which is okay. We're
Yes.
very collaborative. But I always say to my clients that there's got to be a bit of room for the creativity. That's why you're hiring a professional, so that, we can already give you the pointers of what we know best.
And what looks best on them?
What looks best on them, or what is a reality for the timeline of a wedding day. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng the whole day puro photoshoot na lang, diba? It's not about that. It's that day is their day. So they have to be happy and in the moment. Hindi pwedeng the whole day photoshoot, right? It's not a photo shoot, it's a wedding.
Jumping off from what Chal said, what about, I would say, disasters that you were able to mitigate? Like parang, oh my gosh.
Turn around, yes.
May conflict in the area or
wanna
hindi
speak
nakarating yung bride and groom.
Yes, yung bagyo nung Ondoy.
Okay, what happened?
So, tinuloy pa rin yung wedding kahit nabaha na siya, kahit na yung churches.
Sa Manila?
Sa Manila, yeah.
Marikina.
Marikina, yeah.
Oh, sa Marikina pa?
Exactly.
Okay.
So kahit baha na siya, but syempre nandun na yung mga guests eh. They were there na eh.
As in, nag-walk down the aisle si bride, knee-deep yung baha.
Really?
Yeah, and then we only had candles in the church. And there were practically, I don't know, 7 guests, right? And our team. But our team was actually there to
Present
document it.
yung team namin. So sabi ko, rain or shine tayo because hindi nag-cancel eh.
Yeah.
To think about it, you cannot pay for that backdrop.
Yeah, exactly.
You cannot redo that in a church. I mean, they're blessed. Actually, dramatic yung puro candles and water.
And water.
Diba?
And what a story to
What
go
a
with it
story.
forever.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Ondoy wedding.
Okay, now speaking about unforgettable moments, we're still on our clients topic because you say you keep relationships with your client, no? What about those moments where instead na kayo lang ang nagbibigay ng mga thoughtful moments, sila naman, they were able to give and were extra thoughtful to you?
Oh, okay. Sino ba? Ang dami kasi. Super a lot to mention. But I guess, siguro for example, I would say na Pinky Tobiano. I actually say that Achi Pinky has the most number of bookings with us.
Not me.
Kasi nga, Achi parang every week, every month, parang it's become like her +1 talaga. And I love that she gives us her, her trust all these years. And more than anything, it's really the friendship. She's become ninang of my daughter, etc. So yung ganon, no, it's really not measured with material things, child. It's really the trust and love that they give us through the years.
Full support.
Full support, oo.
Gusto ko ma-meet si Achi Pinky.
Yes, but there's also questions about how weddings become super extravagant, less intimate, but more on the less intimate point that I would like to harp on. How does Nice Print make it more intimate if it's like a guest list of 2,000, let's say?
Yeah.
What's the trick? What's the...
Well, at the end of the day, Ferdi, the subject talaga and the superstar of the wedding is really the couple, right? So, ibig ko sabihin, even if you have 2,000 guests right there, you just really have to capture the moments for the couple. Doesn't matter if they're surrounded with 2, 5, 10, 100, 2,000 people. It's really those silent moments that we try to always capture for the couple and their families. So, parang non-negotiable yan, that we always do that.
So, I just want to know also, do you think that you can call yourselves a success already with Nice Print?
A what?
A
Sorry.
success.
Every day kasi, we still improve on our craft, no? Hindi naman siya masasabing it's done or you're there na, but we always improve.
Charisse?
When you say kasi you're successful, parang there's a subliminal na parang sasabihin mo, oh, I'm done, or I can relax. But it's never been like that. We always try to improve, always try to find new ways to put on the table, to give to the clients, to offer them. In fact, for our anniversary, guys, we are coming up with so many brilliant, exciting collaborations that we're offering starting next week. So, parang, I guess, just patikim, we have like a Gen Z package. Because you know what, parang now, ibang-iba na talaga yung gusto ng Gen Z. Hindi mo na mabibigay sa kanila what the package was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So we listen, we hear them, and that's exactly the package inclusions that they're gonna get.
I agree with you when it comes to changes. Kasi before, hindi existing ang profession na just to make reels.
Right.
Now, apparently, even in weddings, there's a reel maker. So these things are just popping in right now.
Exactly.
So
And
yung
there's
Gen
so
Z
many more.
package.
I want a real maker.
A real, R-E-E.
Or anywhere I
maker.
go. That's super cool.
That's what they do lang,
Parang feeling ko
specifically for that.
celebrity ako,
They
pero
could
hindi
also do that, of course, with you guys,
Of
diba?
course, we do that, and it's part of the
Yes.
new packages that we're creating. And aside from that, yung one cute one is we're gonna offer like a bride takeover.
What's that?
Okay, so the cell phone of the bride is hahawakan ng content creator namin. And my content creator will start posting throughout the day reels and stories from her cell phone and IG.
Oh, guys, naka-copyright yan. They're already
Huwag
said
niyong
it here.
Or pag ginaya nila, at least alam nila kung saan nanggaling.
Dito
Talaga.
nanggaling.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just one among the many brilliant
Let's
ideas.
talk about that. What about, people trying to copy your style? How do you feel about that?
Well,
Charisse?
it's the best flattery, diba? I mean, it flatters you if they follow. Ibig sabihin, trendsetter ka, diba? It's okay. And I always say, diba, love, ever since para kung horse, may takip
blinders,
dito. May blinders talaga. Kasi I don't look left, right. We don't look sa competitor.
forward.
Just move forward. we do our thing, and stick to the vision.
May naisip ako, Chal.
Ano?
I want that Gen Z package, pero analog.
Analog
Kasama
yung
na yun.
gamit.
Kasama na.
Kasama na.
Naisip na nila yun.
Ganun ba? Pasensya na. Sorry, love.
Naisip na nila yun.
Thirds my film. As in old
ako
school
ang
film.
may naisip.
Yes.
Mas importante kung may kasama si Ferdi doon sa package na
Ayan.
yun. Doon tumataas yung rate. Doon tumataas yung package.
I-AI ko na lang.
Yun, di nyo pa
Kasama
naisip.
niya.
Yun.
Ikaw talaga siya.
No, but
Naisip
seriously-
ko tuloy. Sino kaya?
Pwede naman i-AI.
No, but seriously speaking, you guys have continuously innovated, and
Yeah.
we want to put you in the challenge right now. Not that you're not used to it, and I know you guys can handle it. What we're going to be doing is called rapid fire.
Okay.
We ask you guys questions, and all you have to do is say the first thing that comes into your head.
Very quickly, okay?
Okay.
Me
Sabay
first.
kami?
Okay, yes,
Mahirap.
together, okay? Big ballroom celebration or intimate garden event?
Intimate.
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 Indoor shoot or outdoor shoot?
Outdoor.
Indoor.
Indoor. Oh, yan na, hindi sa mag-usap. Drone shot or cinematic slow motion?
Drone.
Cinematic slow-mo.
Okay, business partners talaga kayo. Black and white or vibrant color?
Vibrant color.
Ako, black and white.
Okay. This is why they're married.
I know.
Candid moments or perfectly posed shots?
Candid.
Candid.
Okay.
Definitely.
Which
Okay.
one is actually more demanding, weddings or birthdays?
Weddings.
Which is more demanding, friends or strangers?
Oh my gosh, friends.
Thank you for your honesty.
Friends.
Okay.
Friends for sure.
Pasensya na, hindi ako demanding.
Okay.
Iba yung pressure pag friends, di ba?
Okay.
We
Pag
have
nag-text
to
na, yun na yun.
we have to answer every question here. Pinakagalanting client you've worked with?
Ay, Pauline Luna and Vic Soto.
Thank you. Okay.
Sino ang kuripot, local or international client?
Wala, pare-pareho.
Next! Hindi ako nagtanong
Wait,
ng
parehong
package.
kuripot or parehong hindi kuripot?
Parehong hindi ko report.
Okay.
Celebrity client you'll never forget?
Ogie.
Ogie Regine,
Ogie
ako
Regine.
Dong yan.
Dong yan. Any politician you've worked with before?
A lot.
Okay.
Too many to mention.
Okay, let's not mention. Baka
Oo nga.
Bano na naman tayo dito. Bridezilla or groomzilla? Which is more common?
Bridezilla.
Bridezilla.
Most expensive wedding you've covered?
Oh, you mean peso value?
Yes, or dollar,
Or
euros.
the one that they spent for the whole wedding? Spent? 40 million?
What?
Yeah.
40 million. So
Okay,
house or lot or wedding? Ang peg.
Siyempre.
Hindi lahat yun photography, ah.
Hindi photography yun.
Hindi lahat.
We're talking the whole wedding. The decors.
40
That was a
million.
spectacular wedding in Vietnam.
Oh, it was
So-
a Vietnamese
Yeah,
wedding.
we did that with Gideon. They transformed a whole lot.
Oh, I've heard
You
of
know what's
this.
funny?
Yes.
A black
We've had Gideon here and he's mentioned
He
the
mentioned the same
thing.
thing.
Isn't it?
And actually mentioned them.
Yes, as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, okay.
A wedding trend today that's overrated
Ayan na
or
naman.
overused.
Overrated.
Photo booth.
Photo booth? Overrated ba?
Parang
Yeah, I guess, overused.
Can let go na yon, you think? Photo booths.
hinahanap pa rin ng
Clients,
clients. Eh.
okay.
They like it pa rin.
Well, a wedding trend that you wish couples would bring back?
I want to see more film photography.
Akala ko you're going to say the doves.
Nagkikiss.
Okay. Favorite wedding or event venue?
Wedding,
Local?
Any. Sige, local at saka international. Local.
international, I went to Villa de Este in Lake Como.
Oh, I
That's
love Villa de
beautiful.
Este.
Ayun, tama. Yun.
Right.
Villa de Este, okay.
As you are the guys who make
Sorry,
things...
sa Manila, sa
Manila.
Philippines, we like Lake Hall.
Lake Hall. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in Laguna.
In Laguna. That's
Okay.
beautiful.
Because you guys are the ones that makes moments and makes things look picture perfect. Pina-add ko talaga to. I needed to know one each. Tackiest thing that people do in weddings. And when it comes to photography, yan, mga, or film, or reels.
I guess yung sobrang color coordinated, pare-pareho yung mga groomsmen at sa preps, like minsan nakakatawa kasi like minsan magpapashoot, mali mo naka boxers or yeah, medyo tacky ata yun kasi nga
If it's too super coordinated,
Oo,
parang
or-
natural
So you help
lang.
them
Or
recreate.
parang naka-topless, di ba yung mga boys? Parang minsan parang...
May ganon?
Mas okay naka-shirt na lang, di ba?
Okay. Wow.
Alam mo naman tayo, conservative.
Well, Charisse and...
Same din.
Same. Okay.
Basta hindi topless.
Yeah.
Guys, congratulations on
Yay,
20
happy
years.
20
Thank you so much.
years.
Please tell our viewers over here in this camera to find you or wherever.
So thank you guys for all the love and the support for the last 2 decades. We are coming up with so many exciting things for our 20th anniversary starting next week on my birthday, which is March 17. So watch out for that in our socials.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Thank
happy
you.
anniversary. Thank you, Jibby and Charisse of
Thank you.
Nice Print. We hope to see you again.
Yes.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
We got more stories from around the world, plus the latest in sports and entertainment when the Daily Dish returns with Nice Print.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. The United States is planning a massive oil release to cool surging prices as global markets take a hit because of the conflict in the Middle East. Energy Secretary Chris Wright says 172 million barrels will come from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve starting next week. This is part of a larger 400 million barrel release that was agreed by the International Energy Agency. This comes as U.S. and Israel attacks on Iran have sparked retaliatory strikes and threats to block Gulf oil shipments. The release is expected to take about 120 days, with the U.S. planning to replace the strategic reserves with 200 million barrels over the next year. In Lebanon, at least 8 people were killed in an Israeli strike in Beirut amid the escalating conflict in the region. The health ministry said emergency teams are now responding to damage and debris at a major seafront. Israel's attack targeted Iran-backed Hezbollah following their march to attack in retaliation for the killing of Iran's supreme leader. Lebanese authorities say Israeli strikes have so far killed over 600 people and displaced 800,000, signaling continued humanitarian impacts. Alex Ayala's impressive run at the BNP Paribas Open came to an end after the Filipina tennis ace fell to Czech standout Linda Noskova in the round of 16 of the BNP Paribas at Indian Wells. Noskova delivered a dominant performance to defeat Ayala 6-2, 6-love, advancing to the quarterfinals of the tournament. The world number 14 Czech overwhelmed the 31st seeded Filipina, taking the opening set in just 32 minutes before surging to a commanding finish in the second. The match marked the first professional meeting between the 20-year-old Ayala and the 21-year-old Noskova, though the two previously faced each other twice in the juniors. Ayala will now have a week to regroup before returning to action at the Miami Open, which begins on March 17. De La Salle stayed perfect in the UAAP Season 88 Women's Volleyball Tournament after outlasting Adamson in 5 sets. The Lady Spikers won 19-25, 25-20, 25-21, 13-25, 15-5 to improve to 6-0. Shivana Lapot led La Salle with 26 points, while Angel Canino added 19. Adamson dropped to 3-3 despite 22 points from Francis Morty. Meanwhile, University of Santo Tomas bounced back with a 4-set win over the University of the Philippines. Angeline Pollo scored 24 points as UST won 16-25, 25-13, 25-19, 25-20.
And on entertainment news, Korean authorities are stepping up security ahead of the free comeback concert of BTS, which is expected to draw up to 260,000 people in central Seoul. Officials plan to deploy around 8,000 police officers and event personnel to manage crowd flow, emergency response, and, of course, security operations. The chart-topping K-pop group is celebrating the release of its first new album in more than 3 years with a free comeback concert on March 21st. The one-hour event will also be streamed live on Netflix in about 190 countries. The concert will serve as a kickoff to BTS's upcoming global tour, which includes stops in the Philippines. While ticket details have yet to be announced, Filipino Army fans are ready and eagerly waiting.
From a global K-pop sensation to a legendary icon of film and music, multi-awarded entertainer Barbara Streisand will receive the honorary Palme d'Or at the 79th Cannes Film Festival. The singer, actress, and filmmaker is being recognized for her 6-decade career and her huge influence on global pop culture. Streisand starred in classic films such as Funny Girl and The Way We Were. Over the years, she has won 2 Academy Awards and 10 Grammy Awards, among many other recognitions. Meanwhile, acclaimed South Korean filmmaker Park Chan-wook will serve as jury president for this year's festival set to take place in May. And when we return, actor Carlo Aquino talks about his latest movie. Don't go away, The Daily Dish will be right back.
Welcome back to The Daily Dish. Carlo Aquino reunites with Bella Padilla in their new movie, A Special Memory. Joining us now in the studio is no other than top ace actor Carlo Aquino.
Grabe yung top ace. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah,
Thank
you are like my tennis champion, okay?
Salamat.
Carlo, you know, and this is the first time we've ever met, but I've been a fan of yours because you're such an intense actor. And sometimes it's rare that your intensity or a person's intensity or an actor's intensity overflows out of the screen. Why is that?
Part of it siguro yung love for the craft. Yung pagmamahal ko sa trabaho, ayokong humaharap sa or pumupunta sa set ng hilaw yung character ko. Kaya talaga as much as possible, I talk to the directors, I talk to my co-actors, lalo na ngayon kasi, di ba sabi ko nga sa'yo, mas open na ako ngayon, kaya kailangan natin yon as artists, di ba, na open ka dun sa mga katrabaho mo around you.
Pero yung mga characters mo, normally it's intense. You know, I've seen some of your clips and some of your movies, and the way you act is super intense. Is this because of yung mga roles na chinu-choose more scripts, or this is what's given to you?
Well, partly ganun. Kasi pagpapadala lang naman sa akin yung script and then I read it. Tapos, usually ganun eh. Pagka may magic, pag una mong binasa yung script na I can see myself doing this. But okay, let's go. Usually, yung mga nagkakaroon ng magic sa akin, nagkakaroon ng spark na yung mga may hirap. At saka pagka nag-doubt ako sa sarili ko, katulad ng sinasabi ko, nag-self-doubt ako at natakot ako dun sa character. Sabi ko nga, the only way out of this is through it. Kaya, gagawin ko to. Katulad itong interview na to, kinakabahan ako sa interview.
Bakit ka kinakabahan? Grabe naman. You know, sabi sa akin ni Hilda Coronel a few shows ago na pag hindi script ang hinahanap niya or tinatanong niya agad, tinatanong niya yung concept ng story. Tapos doon nag-play sa head niya yung movie. And that's when she decides to do it or not. Is it the same for you?
Ako usually ganun din. Yung kabuuan, yung concept, yung kabuuan, yung dire-diretso na yan eh. Yung concept and then yung character. Kasi pwedeng maganda yung concept pero the character not that much eh. Pero syempre gusto mo yung gagampanan mo is as complex din, di ba?
Pero dito, in your movie with Bella, A Special Memory, I was expecting the intensity of the actor Carlo Aquino, but you actually gave it a soft serve in some parts. How did you shift from that?
Feel. Kasi yun nga sabi nila sa acting kasi you shouldn't think, you should feel more. Feeling ko ganun si Dindo with nangyari sa past niya, may trauma siya and everything. So mas yun yung sinasabi ko, withdrawn. Yung pagkatao niya, yung character niya. So unti-unti nung nag-open up siya pero unti-unti lang.
Oh, dinaan mo sa mata eh. Is that intentional or am I dreaming?
Feeling ko feel talaga.
So
sa
that's the
eksena.
magic you're saying.
With how you are, yung magic with your co-actors and yung director. Kasi si Direk Jerry naman na maglalasi na that's a good. Can we have another take na taasan mo? Or pag naramdaman niya at sinabi niyang good take, ako naman every time na aarte ako, I feel everything, every take, every line, So pag sinabi niya na good yun, or gawin natin ng mas mataas pa, gagawin ko.
Introduce me to your character, Dindo.
Si Dindo, very aloof. Kasi nga, he had a very trauma childhood. Talagang nabubugbog siya ng mga partners nung mom niya. Hindi siya ganun kamahal. Iniwan siya at a very young age. Tapos yung pagmamahal na nakuha lang niya is from his lolo. So, ayaw niya nakikipag-interact. Ayaw niya, sa mga katrabaho niya, gagawin lang niya parang, sige lang, everyday, ganun. Pero nung nakilala niya si Sandra, yun yung nagpabago sa kanya kasi parang si Charlie, yung walls ni Dindo na nawala.
Any bits of your life that you can attribute to Dindo?
Parang wala eh.
Which makes it more even difficult to portray his character, di ba? To be in his psyche. Now, let's go with your dynamic with Sandra or Bella Padilla. It's mahirap na magmahal eh, di ba? Madaling mahirap, masarap, masakit,
Oo,
right?
lahat.
Pero, yung character ni Bella na si Sandra na she goes through the Alzheimer's process, and I can relate to this because my father has it, like late stage. That's why, I can basically, how should we say it? I can tell what kind of relationship you had with Sandra. How did you dig into that? Na parang, okay, mahal kita, I'm gonna take care of you, no matter what situation you may have.
Siguro dun sa movie, yung natakal namin is just the tip of the iceberg. Oo, kasi parang nagsa-start pa lang, hindi pa siya yung ganun kalala. I don't know if ilang years na yun.
My dad's pretty late stage, yeah.
So, iba yung nagbibuild ka ng memories tapos nakikita mo ba lang na unti-unti nawawala. Pero sandali, parang hinahabol mo yung oras. Siguro yun yung para sa akin yung naipasok ko na kasi nakikita ko yung daughter ko lumalaki. And then my parents are getting older. Yung naghahabol ako sa both timelines.
It's scary.
Oo, scary, but at the same time, natututo kang i-savor yung every moment with them. So yun yung pinasok ko siguro na...
But do you think that trying to hold on to a memory is unfair with a character like Sandra's? Or would you rather have live life as it is right now to create different
unfair
memories?
for Sandra?
Yeah, because of course, pag mahal natin isang tao, medyo selfish tayo, no? So the character of Dindo, you're holding on to a memory or you're holding on to, please remember this. Let's not forget what we have together, right?
Pero inevitable kasi. So, ako, hinold ni Dindo yung memories for the both of them. Yun yung parang pinanghawakan ko. Kahit hindi mo na maalala, susubukan kong ipaalala. Pero kung hindi, nandito pa rin ako. Para ipakita sa iyo yung pagmamahal na yun.
Nauwi mo ba yan?
Yung character ko?
Yeah.
Yes. No, every character kasi feeling ko may part of me na na ibibigay ko eh.
Would you say this movie is one of your career highlights?
Yes, kasi sinulat ni our national artist Sir Ricky, tapos reunion with
Bella.
Bella and Direk Jerry.
Yes, this is your second movie with them.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing for somebody to be able to make a movie
After
twice.
8 years.
And I just got information that your movie for the first day is super box office.
Yes.
Pinilahan ka, Carlo Aquino. How do you feel about
yung movie, yung movie. Hindi ako birds.
Kasama na yun. Siyempre, they won't watch a movie kung wala ka rin. Tsaka si Bella, di ba?
Siyempre, very thankful kasi nga pinaghirapan namin yung pelikula. At saka, yun lang naman yung gusto naming iparating na panoorin niyo yung pelikula with an open mind, tapos paglabas ninyo, savor every moment with your loved ones.
You're talking about your child, no? There are issues surrounding us. I'm gonna politicize it a little bit. I hope you don't mind. There's issues of misogyny and bigotry in our country. How do you feel about that since you're a father and a husband?
Oo, hindi ko naiintindihan kung bakit kailangan pang ipaliwanag sa mga taong dapat na nakakaintindi dahil sila ang mga nakaupo doon kung paano tratuhin ng isang babae. Oo. Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, ang daming sa social media pa lang, ang dami ng sinasabi ng mga babae, ang daming gustong ipaglaban. Bakit hindi mo kayang respetuhin, di ba?
Tama yan. Let's talk about something lighter. Will we ever see Carlo Aquino in a super comedy film?
Actually, nire-request ko yan. I don't know if you know Tita June Ruvino.
Yes.
Tita June, sabi ko, Tita
Manawagan tayo kay June.
Oo, Tita June, baka pwede naman ako parang Korean novela na rom-com or ganong feel.
Yeah.
Ang sagot niya sa akin, I love you. So parang, ewan ko kung parang negative ba yun. Kasi after the premiere, parang may gusto na siyang i-pitch sa akin na...
Drama.
Oo, hindi. Yung mga co-actors ko, kasi ayokong sabihin muna, pero...
Sige na, sabihin mo na wala naman nanonood din.
Tayo lang naman. Pero yun na parang yung mga kasama ko, yung co-actors ko, puro bigatin din na pang drama. Sabi ko, wait lang po, Tita Jun, papahinga muna po ako for a while.
How about, okay, since we're talking about this, gusto mo mag-comedy, aside from that, what kind of films do you want to do now? Since you can choose.
I can choose. If I can choose, thriller.
Thriller?
O kaya yung mga parang multi-personality, ganyan.
Like what? This is interesting.
Parang Split or parang Secret Window ni Johnny Depp.
Okay, so you're getting into different dimensions in the psyche of a person.
Kasi, parang 40 years old na rin ako. Yes, I can do drama.
Talaga?
Yes.
Wow.
I can do drama, I can do love story. Para rin makita naman nila na kaya ko rin gumawa ng mga ganun.
Is there a fear?
I already did naman with Bagman, with Arjo. Pero medyo matagal na rin.
Siyempre, may listahan ako dito ng mga movies mo. Meron ka mga bar boys, mga ganon. But are you afraid na if you don't do these films that, if you've got the power to choose, you get boxed in with a certain type of acting genre?
Ang tagal ko na nga gumagawa ng love story. Pero kasi habang mahal pa rin ako ng mga nanonood, siyempre, gagawin pa rin natin yon. Pero every once in a while, step out of the box. Gagawa ko ng indie, gagawa ko ng parang bar boys, na hindi naman love story. Gumawa ako ng isang Netflix originals with Jasmine and Tita Bing Pimentel na Time That Remains. Medyo vampire ako dun eh. So, iba-iba naman.
Alam mo, ganda, yung love story mo eh. Hindi pelikula, but with your wife. Tell me about her.
Charlie.
Because look at your eyes, they light up every time you say her name.
Yes, yun yung nabigay niya sa buhay ko. That lightness, yung pagiging outgoing ko, talkative ngayon. Sinasabi ko nga kanina na very open na ako with other people. Kasi iba yung... Ang saya niya eh. Masaya siyang kasama. Although, syempre, nagkakaroon kami ng misunderstanding.
Naman, you're human, right?
Yes. Pero parang okay lang kasi pinili ko siyang life partner. Pinili ko siya maging kaaway forever. Pinili ko siyang mahalin forever. Pinili ko siyang makasama. Yung ganun.
Okay, Ano ang pet peeves niya against Carlo Aquino? Anong
Si
ginagawa mo na...
April kasi real name niya eh.
Okay.
Siguro pag hindi ko nasasampay yung towel ko sa... yung small things, yung mga ganon, oo.
You don't clean up after yourself?
Oo, yun
Doon
lang
siya
naman, yung towel,
doon-
or kaya pag paminsan iinumin ko yung water niya sa tumbler niya, dapat, yung mga ganon. Cute,
ano naman mga
jovial
pet
things.
peeve, ano naman ginagawa na pet peeve mo na April or Charlie, parang awa mo na, ayoko mag-away ngayon umaga.
Wala akong maisip. Wow!
Naks, pag I like that.
Kasi baka hindi ako makauwi.
Bibilang kita ng kulambo.
Hindi ko maisip eh. I'll get back to you on that.
Sige, so get back to me on that. But now, what I want to do, Carlo, is do rapid fire. I'm going to give you a few questions, and then first thing that comes out of your head or mind,
Narinig ko kayo kanina.
Correct.
Hindi.
Okay. All right. Drama or comedy?
Dramedy.
Ganda nun, ha? Bilis ka, ha? Action or romantic film?
Now, action.
Action? Talaga? Like what?
Action, hindi ko alam eh. Barilan, ganon. Something different. Something malayo sa mga ginagawa ko. for the
Barilan
past year.
tumbling.
Oh, pew pew.
Ganon? Ayaw mo ganon? Ayaw mo mga martial arts, mga ganon?
Pwede
Let's
rin.
bring back the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah,
Why not,
so, basta
diba?
something different. Something yung hindi ako masyadong iiyak.
Okay. Mahirap yun. Hardest role you've ever played, aside from husband?
It's okay to not be okay. I play the role of
Yeah.
Matthew Gonzalez.
Why was it hard?
Kasi everything lahat physical, emotional, yung lahat gumagalaw sa akin.
Wow. One acting tip you live by?
Acting tip? Feel more than you think.
I should do that, buddy. I should do that. Because here I think before I feel. Film or TV series?
Film.
Film. You don't want to do TV series?
Hindi, gusto ko rin mag-TV kasi ang difference lang kasi pag film, may katapusan. You know, there's a beginning and end.
Yeah, correct.
Kasi pagka series, first week of script, second week of script. So kung 16 weeks yan, ang tagal mo bago malalaman.
Mag-TV series ka na para meron akong racket na ano.
Gusto ko rin naman.
Mag-e-extra
Gusto ko rin
ako.
naman talaga ng series.
Ayaw mo maging newscaster?
Hindi ako, mapapagod ako kakadaldal.
Who is your mentor?
Mami V, Kuya Dick, Roderick Paulate, my dad.
Okay, talent you wish you had?
More, mas gusto ko pa sanang mas magaling akong kumanta. I know how to sing, pero hindi ganun ka... As in, gusto ko singer na parang si Tito Martz, ganun.
And I can...
Tito Gary.
Oh, iba naman yun.
Yeah, so iba naman talaga kasi they've been doing it there,
Yeah.
iba. Pero ganun. Kasi nung bata ako, nung voice lessons ako, yun yung mga piyesa ko.
Oh, I heard na you're a pretty good dancer too.
And, no! No!
I heard
Sabi nga, gusto mo daw mag-TikTok eh. Wait!
Yeah.
Pagka nag-TikTok kami ni Mrs. Aquino, ni April, mga half a day yung rehearsals
Huwag ka
namin.
mag-alala, Charlie. I'll take care of your husband. Dream international project.
Thriller.
Director you challenge you the most.
Who challenged me? Every director.
Really?
Iba yung hinihingi nila every project kasi.
One thing or two things that your fans don't know about you.
Hello? Ang hirap kasi kilala na nila ako, di ba?
Not all, I'm sure. Not 100%. Of course, you keep something for yourself.
I'm very active. Physically active. Tapos I love siguro the mountains.
Oh, really?
Umaakit.
You're a cold kind of guy.
Umaakit.
Nice. Favorite movie of all time?
Hala. Well, Interstellar, Armageddon, Secret Window, ang dami.
What's the name of your best friend?
My
Aside
best
from
friend,
Charlie.
Yuthana Caudeng.
Yuthana Caudeng. Okay, nickname?
Mets.
If Mets were to describe you right now, what would Mets say about you?
Sira ulo.
In Tagalog?
Kalog.
Kalog? Really? Actually, I can tell you. I agree with Matt. Okay. Favorite hobby outside acting?
Outside acting. Magbundok or mag-beach. Or mag-gitara.
if you were to cook something for April or Charlie na hindi siya magkakasakit, ano
Adobo.
You know how to cook?
Yes.
Oh, hindi talaga siya magkakasakit. Adobong what?
Chicken or pork.
Diyan mo ba siya napa-oo sa adobo?
Ako yung hindi
ikaw yung pina-oo niya?
Oo, ako yung sumagot sa kanya. Ay, joke lang. I love you.
Dalawang ko lang ba na bibiling ko para sa'yo?
Hindi, nagluluto ako. Sinigang. Gusto rin niya yung sinigang ko.
Okay.
Dati nagluto ako ng ramen. Nagluto ako ng pork broth for 12 hours.
Max effort. All right.
Yes.
If we were to give you 1 billion pesos, selfish answer, what would you do with it?
Selfish answer.
No family members involved, no loved ones.
Magta-travel ako around the world.
What places?
Lahat.
What do you
I
want to
have
see?
1 billion. Paris. I've been to Paris, pero gusto ko makita. Prague. Gusto ko mag-Prague. Japan. I want to live there.
Really?
Sa Japan.
April, mag-usap tayo. All right, Carlo, amazing conversation. Can you please invite your fans and those that don't know about your craft yet to watch your amazing movie with V. Bella Padilla?
Yes, huwag niyo po kalilimutan. Showing na po kami. A special memory. Kasama ko po dyan si Miss Bella Padilla. Panulat po yan ng ating national artist na si Sir Ricky Lee sa direction po ni Jerry Lopez Sineneng. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlo Aquino, everyone. Amazing. The Daily Dish will be right back. And thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Daily Dish. Tomorrow we'll speak with the founder of Call to Rescue, Dr. Cindy Romin. We'll put the spotlight on her advocacy helping missing, abused, and trafficked children. We'll also have lamp designer Michelle Lau. That's at noon, only here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. That's it for us today, Thursday, March 12. Join us again tomorrow for more Real Talk.
A lot of spilled tea.
With Zero Filter, I'm Monique Tuzon-Basi. Anytime is a good time because it's always more fun with us.
And I'm Ferdi Salvador, always on top with the news and stories that matter most.
I'm Chal Lontoc. Stay tuned to the Bilyonaryo News Channel always.
Thanks for making us your lunchtime companion. I'm Mai Rodriguez, and that's the Daily Dish. Sir!
Happy Thursday!